welcome to IW3 Presents Classic Matches Episode 2 with the boss man via satellite in Greenwich, Connecticut. Hello, Nick.
Hello, everybody, and thanks, Guy, for having me on.
You're more than welcome, boss man.
I brought my shovel as well, just in case we have a wrestling Bible problem, you know.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, sure. Look, you don't know. Anything could happen. We could end up having a battle royal. We could end up having fuck the wrestling Bible, obviously, of course, and all that lovely jazz. So yeah, obviously we're going to talk about Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Your favourite match, apparently.
It's the first match I ever saw. So it was, Guy, as a child. I must have been about 4 or 5. And I can remember, like, my mum had got me the videotape of it.
Yeah.
And I remember back then when we had videos, blimey, whenever put the video and all on, and it had a whole selection of matches on it. There was, like, Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter, things like that. There was, like, Hogan's greatest matches, basically, kind of. But the first one that I ever watched, and one that always ever stood out for me, was when he body slammed Andre, brother.
Yeah,
and,
brother.
In the Silverdome in front of a 90,000 plus. Breaking records, and near died, so he did. Like, the amount of times he tried to lift Big Andre and he couldn't.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he does it out of nowhere. Breaks his back, brother.
Yeah, it's definitely historic, alright. Definitely one of the most historic matches, alright.
Definitely. It's one that'll always stick in my mind and it'll stay with me forever, so it will, with it being one of the first matches I'd ever saw. But with Hogan as well, you just, like, love him or hate. Yeah, little technical problem there. The call had dropped, apparently.
Oh, now someone's trying to ban us from doing this, I wonder who could it be?
Fuck the rest of the Bible!
Those fucking little wank peasants.
Oh dear, trying to interfere with greatness.
Greatness, so yeah, the match itself, obviously, it's not great, but obviously, as we were talking, obviously, the historical standpoint on the body slam, the historic stare off at the start of the match, obviously. Like
the match itself, it does tell the story.
Yeah.
So it's you've got, like, it's not so much David versus Goliath, really, I suppose. It's not, because Hulk Hogan himself was basically the be all and end all, really, of wrestling still at that point, wasn't he?
Oh, he was. He was Mr. Steroids himself, sure, wasn't he? He was massive. He was back then. Oh no, like, I think if it had to been maybe Macho versus Andre, you could say kind of the David versus Goliath, because obviously Savage wasn't as big as Hogan in terms of size. But no, like, as I said, obviously Gorilla Monsoon's famous commentary, the removable force against the unmovable object, that kind of stays with you. So
it's still a phrase that gets thrown around today as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Gorilla Monsoon, like, you just think a thing that was 31 years ago, and it's still that famous 4 or 5 lines is still edged in wrestling history. So, oh no, definitely. Obviously, Hulk Hogan won the belt. Actually, I want to do a little backstory. He obviously won it from the infamous Iron Sheik. Let's put it that. the go fuck yourself master, as I call him. So yeah, that basically kicked off Vince McMahon's era, Vince McMahon Jr. So that obviously kicked off things perfectly for him. Obviously, Andre was the big draw back then. Obviously,
I wasn't, like, 15 years unbeaten and stuff, wasn't it?
I think so, actually. I think he was unbeaten, and obviously for Hogan to beat him, obviously, it was a huge kind of a compliment to Hogan. Obviously, Andre willing to pass the torch on, kind of. Yeah, actually, it is here. I can see it in my notes. 15-year unbeaten. That's crazy.
I know, to go that long and not to lose it's unbelievable. Especially, and then it just shows the backing Hogan had as well to be able to end something so great.
Exactly, yeah. Like, obviously Andre was literally unstoppable, kind of. Obviously, the size of the man, he's quite, like, we consider Big Show to be very tall, but this guy, I think he has an extra couple of inches on him on Big Show. But, like, for Hogan to do what he did, like, Hogan had to do the slam himself. I don't think Andre kind of couldn't really do much with the bad back that he had. So for Hogan to slam him, like, was incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it was sort of towards Andre's end of the career and all, really, and he was sort of, like, having all the injuries and like you said, with the bad back and all, it was sort of like Andre's time was sort of running up, really, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was sad to see because you could actually see. Obviously, he's wearing the one kind of whatever you want to call the outfit he was wearing. You could see a bit of a brace at the back. And I said, "Oh my god!" Like you can see how bad he was suffering.
Yeah.
So it was hard to see, but obviously the build up to the match as well was actually quite fun. It was actually quite surreal because obviously it was an episode of Piper's Pit, and that famous thing of Hogan winning a trophy, obviously winning a bigger trophy than Andre, and then obviously Andre ripping the cross off Hogan's chest. And that was kind of
that was what I was about to mention there. But when Andre ripped that off Hogan, that there was like a holy shit, what the hell?
Like back then, like there was not much. Well, there was a lot of shocking stuff, but like stuff like that it was rarely seen on WWF television. So it was kind of like like when I watched it first, I think it was about 10, 15 years ago. I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, like you think like I've just watched the Attitude Era and I'm watching this. You haven't seen nothing yet, lads. Wait till you see fucking Sam or Sable going around like literally in our jocks, going like, "Hello, everyone."
Like black paint stickers or whatever it was on our bloody breasts.
Yeah, fucking Jerry the King Lawler nearly having the fucking aneurysm. Like, fuck it, hell. Oh my god, puppies! But obviously going back to the match itself, obviously when I watched it first I was like, I can see why it's historic, but at the same time the match itself wasn't great, but the stuff that happened in it, like the slams, and then
there was the big dragged out bear hug as well from Andre. I think he sort of was dragging out the bear hug on Hulk as well, like the really weaken Hulk up, if I can remember. I haven't actually watched the match in a good long time myself, but I can remember bits vaguely, and obviously you can remember when Hogan started hulking up and started going to town on Big Andre.
You can just see
all those failed attempts as well of the body slams, and then Andre falling down on top of him. You just gotta think, fuck.
Because Hogan went for it, I think, within the first 30 seconds of the match after the stare off. He went for the slam, but it didn't work, and Andre almost won. Like, it was like, oh shit. I was like, this is some title match if it's going to be over in 45 seconds. But yeah, like, I feel like the match itself, like, it was good to watch again, because I watched it. This was the third time I've ever watched it. I said to myself, like, it's good to go back and watch stuff like this, because, like, obviously today now, historical wise, I don't think much is going. If you look at today's wrestling and say go in now 15 years into the future, will you remember a lot of it? Kind of, there's a lot of WWE stuff that's very going to be forgettable, then unforgettable.
It has been, like, there's been a lot of stuff over, say, maybe the last 10 years. It would be hard to say. Is there anything even over the last 10 years that's really sticking out to you, making you, do you remember that, blah, blah, blah. But I suppose, like, one thing, like, will always stick out to everybody will be Brock Lesnar breaking the streak. Suppose that there is going to be one. That there will always stay with everyone. That'll be up there with Hogan body slamming Andre.
Yeah, I still remember the streak like it was yesterday. It was a very surreal moment, alright.
And your guy in the crowd, do you remember? Like the eyes popping out of his head.
That poor motherfucker. Oh, he got trolled for months, he did. Oh, it's so funny. I don't think your man meant to do it, like, he was just like, what? And he probably just realised the next day, what have I done?
Yeah.
But the fact that he got to
be just sort of like the wrong place, wrong time.
Sure, he was that over, he got on the Edge and Christian show, sure.
That's right.
Yeah, so besides Hogan, well, obviously Hogan winning, obviously he went on to be then obviously the man basically for the next 7 or 8 years, unfortunately.
Red and yellow flowing through his veins every day.
Oh, brother, get those vitamins in, brother.
Still to this day, if Hogan was to rock up on Monday Night Raw, I would lose my fucking shit. So I would.
Well, still,
I would still, like, Hogan gets so much hate, so much love, but you can't say, like, the hate that he gets is proper hate. Nobody can hate Hulk Hogan. No way. In my opinion, you just cannot hate Hogan.
Well, besides the racial stereotypes, but anyhow, other than that, no, I do. As a wrestler, I look Hulk Hogan's the pinnacle. Like, that's who you want to be in terms of a marketing point of view. Definitely, you'd want to be like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, and the only one that's living up to that sort of standard, I suppose you could say, would be John Cena. Is the only one closest to that now.
Oh, definitely. John Cena is definitely up there. Like, the amount of money he's made now for Vince now, and sure, Jesus Christ, I don't think anyone else is going to do it. Anyone else is, even Roman Reigns, I don't think personally will get anywhere near Cena, personally.
Yeah, I don't think he will either.
Yeah,
but who would win? Who do you think would win if Cena and Hogan were to ever have a match? If they were both in their prime together, who do you think would win? That would be one. Like, they both just keep kicking out at 2. The match would be going on for like a year.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer would be fucking losing his shit. I don't know how many stars to give this. Oh, brother.
Let's just fuck it all out the window and bring Earl Hebner back to referee it as well.
Yeah, why not? It should bring back fucking Tony Schiavone as well, just for the crack. That'll put a lot of butts in the seats. Oh, fuck.
I actually seen a thing about Tony Schiavone there. I think it was last night I was reading it. He regrets actually leaving the WWE.
Oh, I say, well, obviously at the time he probably didn't, but obviously with WCW doing so well, but then obviously when all the shit started to hit the fan, obviously then he probably said, oh fuck, I should not have left.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I damn you, Eric Bischoff.
Oh shit, fuck the wrestling panel.
Oh yeah, those damn fucking bastards with their fake giveaways. Hello, Carl Jones. I like you. Show us your belt.
Hogan's still running around with that belt.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't Carl show us his belt? I'll show you. If you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Oh, brilliant. So yeah, that's about it in terms of Hogan and Andre anyway. But I wouldn't exactly we basically reviewed it, but we ended up talking about something completely different. But sure, that's me and Sean. That would be me and Sean basically to a T.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I must say you're a very good fill-in. I must say, I think we'll have to sack Sean.
Oh, hold on. If anyone's going to be Vince McMahon, it's got to be me. Hold on. Here we go. Sean, you're fired.
Right, Sean, if you're hearing this, you're fucking fired. Oh.
You Viking bastard.
Oh, jeez, he doesn't even look like a Viking. That's why I am Mr. McMahon, man. Right. So thanks very much, Nick, for coming on and giving us your 2 cents.
No problem. Glad to be on and get on aboard the hype train that is the IWB podcast.
Exactly. One of the best podcasts going around. We may not have a proper website, but at least we have a fucking podcast. Thank you. Fuck the wrestling.
And at the end of the day, brother, don't you forget, you gotta go to Indie Wrestling Pod, brother, because this is Hulkamania, and he's gonna run wild. You know who else runs wild, brother? IWP, Jack Dude, brother.
Okay, that is by far the greatest.
Sorry, Hulk Hogan's here with me. I didn't even know he was here.
Yeah, brother. So yes, he's been the Hammer. What's your nickname again? The Shovel.
Oh, and the game 93.
Oh, I thought you were the Shovel or something.
Close enough. The Shovel.
So yes, you've been the game. I've been Mr. McMahon, man. You've been listening to yet another funny IWP podcast, and we'll be back next week. Talk to you guys soon.